What up YouTube, this your boy Download back with another industry talk. First, let's begin off by talking about Beats by Dr. Dre. The company decided to part ways with Monster Cable. And you know what? It's a pretty genius idea that they did this. Because what exactly does Monster Cable bring to the table here? All they bring are the cables. Nothing else really. Like all of the technology created and owned by Dr. Dre, all of the deals that has been coming down to making millions upon millions, that's all been Dr. Dre. Like they got deals in place to have the technology in Chryslers, the technology are in HP laptops, it's in all the HTC phones that's coming out, and they control half the market of the luxury headphones, which is worth about 500 million. Now the reason why it's in all the HT phones coming up is because of the deal that I spoke about a few weeks ago, in which HTC paid them about $300 million in order to get 51% of the shares. If you're making this much money, it can't be that damn hard to make your own wires. Why continue to pay somebody who's just there to eat? Next, Snoop Dogg got his own brand of cigar that he is promoting now, called Executive Branch Cigars. It is a Dominican brand tobacco that's going to sell like 2 in a pouch for 99 cents a piece. Not bad. And honestly, it's about damn time for people to get involved into the tobacco market, but there's no way that shit was going to happen here in America. Like here in America, you can get maybe an ad to do with Newports or something if you're a rapper. He had to go to the Dominican Republic in order to get this deal. And what's funny though is that he came out and said, yeah, my experiences with tobacco, I've had it all across the world. And there's not one brand that was as good as this one here. Which, come on. We all know that means nothing is as good as them is because they're paying you a lot. Next, Jay-Z became the spokesman for the Duracell Power Mat. And if you're not familiar with what the Power Mat is, it's basically a flat surface in which you put all your electronic items on it and it automatically charges everything. This deal was announced during CES, which was the Consumer Electronics Show of 2012. But that's huge because that's big money there for Jay-Z, who doesn't really need much more. But hey, I support it as long as it's opening doors for other hip-hop people. Next, Lil Wayne is going to release a memoir book in which it details his time in jail. It's going to be called Gone Till November, in which it's going to be released November 28th of this year. Now, of all the ideas and all of the plans that Young Money, Cash Money has been putting together, this has been the best one so far. But I find it a little bit funny though, because there's people that go to jail for 10, 15, 20 years and have nothing to show for it. Lil Wayne goes to jail for 8 months and he comes out with a book deal. Ain't that a bitch? To be all the way real with you, I'm sure it'll sell and such, but I'm not expecting much from the actual quality of the book. And lastly, I mean, there's been a lot of really good things to happen in hip-hop this week, man, and I just wanted to talk about as much of it as I could. But Fat Joe is going to perform at an event called Let's Move Newark All Power. Basically, this is an event to combat against obesity, and Fat Joe recently lost about 100 pounds, which is great because the older you get, man, all that weight will kill you. Like, for real, we seen it happen too many times. Overweight dudes die early because of complications due to being overweight. So I'm happy for Fat Joe getting back into shape, but he still got a ways to go. But this is a great thing because obesity is not a good thing. But this was another industry topic.